Hello world, hello YouTube land. Now, I've been moaning about comic books for a long time now, and today I think I've got to the core of what my complaint is really about. I started reading comic books in the late 1970s, comic books like this. It's Wolverine versus Hulk. You can get this in your comic book shop now for about a quid, a little bit less than a quid. Just a reprint of an old comic book, and just been reading it. And the first thing I noticed, comparing this comic book to the comic books that you get today, is it's for children. The comic book is designed for a child's mind, so there's lots of exposition there. It's so the old saying, see, don't tell. Well, this one tells, and also you get to see as well. So they'll put into direct context exactly what is about to happen in lots of panels of exposition, like this one here. You got the voice of God at the top of the scene there. See, this is the voice of God. I'll just read one of them out here. A strange, uneasy silence settles over the scene. Then the threat of the Wendigo is ended, or so it seems, and the Hulk peers at his pint-sized companion in quiet confusion. He does not know what to say to the Wolverine now the battle is done. So it's telling you what's happened, and it's actually going into the minds of the characters. So there's no confusion here. There's no vagary about what's going on. There's not a debate going on, or does he feel this way? Does he feel that way? It's all laid out for you like it would be in a children's book. It's very black and white, though it's in colour. They're taking you through the story, holding your hand basically, as you would with a child reading a child a bedtime story, telling him exactly what happens and what is happening in the minds of all the characters. That's what you do in a kid's story, and it's very corny. The dialogue is not natural at all. The way the characters interact with each other is with puns and quips and little man made a fool of Hulk, and for that Hulk will smash. So it's very corny, but that's what comic books are supposed to be. Comic books are supposed to be corny. They're supposed to be naff. They're supposed to be for children. And I think where the comic book industry has gone wrong over the last 20 years, maybe, at least since the 2000s, is that comic book fans have got into the comic book industry, and they're writing comic books not for the children that they used to be, but for the adult men that they are today. So you get in all this far left social justice, identity politics stuff thrown into it, whereas before it's not a thing. They're not going to be putting a character in there just because she's a woman. They're not going to be having a gay guy there just because he's gay. And, there's no interest in identity politics and the cultural battles that are going on in the world. It's just a comic book for kids. Let's make it as clear as possible. Let's make it as fun as possible, and let's have a bit of a laugh with it as well. Let's make it corny and silly and just fun. So when I was reading Wolverine versus Hulk #1, yeah, it's a kid's comic. Yeah, it's silly and corny, but it's a lot more enjoyable than reading a Wolverine or Hulk comic today, which is a comic book with all the joy stripped out of it, with all the childlike innocence stripped out of it. It's a comic book for modern lefties, and there's no fun in there. So when I went to the comic book shop yesterday, I picked up about 3 comic books, because I'm not going to purchase comic books that make me feel worse about myself, because that's what you get in comic books now, especially being a a feared white male, a straight white male. Oh God, it's the worst thing you can possibly be in comic books nowadays, and the leftist mainstream culture as they continue to lose the cultural battle after Brexit and Trump. This further entrenchment on leftist ideas of cultural identity, and just this guilt which is coming from the writers, that they feel bad, that they are a lot of them are white men, and the new writers coming into the comic book industry, a lot of them young girls, pushing their feminist nonsense which they picked up from the college, and virtue signalling like crazy that look, the women are in charge, therefore I am a good person, sort of nonsense, makes the comic books of today completely unreadable, because they're not for children, they're not even for the majority of adults, they're just for a niche readership of college-aged, lefty, indoctrinated, guilt-tripping white people. So that's it. That's what comic books are today. They're for a bunch of college-age liberals suffering from white guilt at college, or still suffering the long lingering effects of their college indoctrination into their adult working life. So I'm going to continue reading Wolverine versus Hulk. Got Wolverine #1 as well, and I'll enjoy that later on as well. Now I'll enjoy it just as the funny, silly, innocent comic book, which is written for children to enjoy. There's no ideological programming coming from it at all. It's a little bit of fun, have a bit of a laugh, read it, put it away, and get on to more important things. So that's my review, kind of review thing, of Wolverine versus Hulk #1, and a commentary on the current state of the comic book industry, where there's no fun to be had whatsoever. Thanks for checking out my video. Don't obey the bald head, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.